Last night, LeBron James conquered another extremely impressive feat, adding another remarkable award or title to his resume. He surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the NBA's all-time leading scorer. This, for some, was dubbed impossible for a very long time, 39 years to be exact. People thought that this would be a record that was never touched, but lo and behold, here's LeBron with his longevity to prove the impossible is possible. However, I'm seeing a lot of people saying that due to him surpassing this feat, he also surpasses Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. And in this video, I'm here to tell you that no, he hasn't, and this doesn't really change anything. But before we get into today's video, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for the support you've been showing recently. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so if you haven't already hit that sub button, please go down below and hit it. It really makes a big difference. I appreciate your guys' support so much. I really do. Without further ado, let's get straight into this video. As long as sports have been around, the NBA in specific, we've had an argument for who's the greatest of all time. Some prefer the argument of who's the greatest in each era because when it comes down to it, debating the GOAT, a lot of people love to say that, oh, LeBron wouldn't have lasted in Jordan's era, or Jordan, he wouldn't be so good in today's game. Neither of which are true. LeBron probably would have dominated in Jordan's era, and I can say with full certainty that Jordan would have dominated today's game. The one thing that is true is that LeBron and Jordan are two very different talents and very different ball players. Jordan was a winner day and night. There was nothing you could do to knock him off his game or upset him or get in his head or play whatever mind games you tried to pull on him. He truly had a winner's mentality that honestly struck fear into his opponents. While LeBron, he's a bit of an antics man, and that partially has something to do with today's world and how social media runs things. But it's true. At halftime, he's on his phone making tweets. After the game, he answers the media, then he's on his phone making tweets. LeBron, he can't keep his name out of the media for better or for worse. When it comes to the resumes, Jordan is the NBA's leader in points per game average per season at 30.1. When it comes to resumes, Jordan is the NBA leader in points per game, averaging 30.1 for his entire career. He's a six-time NBA champion, six-time Finals MVP, five-time regular season MVP, a 10-time scoring champ, a one-time defensive player of the year, a three-time winner of the Steals Champion Award, and has 9 defensive team selections, while LeBron James is a four-time NBA champion, a four-time Finals MVP, a four-time regular season MVP, a one-time assist champion, a one-time scoring champion, boasts 6 all-defensive team selections, and most recently, obviously, conquered the feat of being the NBA's all-time leading scorer for points. So that means only from a resume standpoint, what separates Jordan and LeBron, other than the 500 plus games that LeBron has played, which makes this even crazier, is a first ballot Hall of Fame career. That's right, Jordan and LeBron, what separates them is 2 championships, 2 Finals MVPs, 9 scoring titles, a regular season MVP, a defensive player of the year, 3-time Steals champion, and 3 defensive team selections. If some random player acquired all of these accolades, they would instantly be a top 20, top 25 player of all time. That's just remarkable to me. Resume aside, Jordan has a higher PR in the regular season and in playoffs for their careers, and he has a higher box score plus minus if you're in the regular season and in the playoffs if you're into those advanced stats. LeBron definitely is a better passer than Jordan. He's a better rebounder than Jordan. Some people would say he's a better defender. I personally do not agree with that sentiment at all. For a long time in LeBron's career, people said that he could last 1 through 5 in every position, but when you look at Kobe or Jordan, the way they defend the 1 through 5, it's much more impressive to me. Where LeBron's greatness really comes to me is his longevity and his able to dominate at almost all aspects of the game. However, his longevity seems to be yielding stats, and that's about it. You see his teammates like Anthony Davis last night, he looked so non-enthusiastic in the post-game presser, and when LeBron actually hit the mid-range jumper to put him over to 38,338 points or however many it was, he was sitting on the bench and he wasn't even hyped because he knows this season is a bust. And even head coach Darvin Ham said last night that this season hasn't really been about winning, but more so about LeBron chasing that scoring title. His words exactly after an embarrassing loss to the Thunder were, the guys, they wanted to see Bron do what he did tonight. A lot of times the attention was all about trying to get Bron the record as opposed to just playing natural basketball. You guys can read the rest of the quote if you want, but the meat of that quote is in that first sentiment. And that's a really subtle shot from Darvin Ham to LeBron James, but it's true. LeBron, for his entire career, seemingly has always wanted to win and be the ultimate teammate, but since he chose the decision of moving out to Los Angeles in 2016, it has been a snowball effect of L seasons after L seasons. Obviously, they had that ring where they won it in 2020, but aside from that, he misses the playoffs the first year. For the first time after making 8 straight finals appearances, he misses the playoffs. And he deals with injuries. And I know that the main reason he went out there was to be a family man and kind of live that LA lifestyle, but that's what separates Jordan from LeBron, that killer instinct. Another argument people always love to say is that Jordan only won because of super teams, but I don't think that's very true at all. Yes, Jordan had some great rosters in his day, but he was the focal point of said rosters. He was the reason that that 72-win team was the greatest team of all time for a long time. And he always got everyone ready when they needed to be, like a leader should. Like, that's what another couple things that separate Jordan from LeBron, aside from being a better scorer and a better defender. He was a better leader and he was a better winner, and at the end of the day, that's what the greatest of all time is. Can any of you name a time where LeBron won a championship without having 2 first ballot Hall of Famers by his side? Because I can't. The closest thing that comes to my mind is, like I said, that 2020 Lakers roster where he won with Anthony Davis, who is a first ballot Hall of Famer. And it's kind of cheese for me to say that Dwight Howard was on that team and Dwight Howard's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but I digress. But the reality of that ring is that they played a banged up Miami Heat team in a series that people dubbed the Mickey Mouse ring. Like, Jimmy Butler was the best player on that roster, and most people didn't even consider Jimmy Butler a top 15, a top 10 player that year. He just completely dominated that playoffs. LeBron James is easily one of the greatest players to play the game of basketball. He is number 2 on my list after last night. Do not doubt that. I mean, he truly is great. But to me, his legacy will never come close to Jordan because of the way that he handles himself and his business. I think last night was an amazing moment in NBA history, but the Lakers are still 6 games below 500 and sit as the 13 seed in the West, and their season looks to be getting worse and worse by the day. The main argument of Jordan versus LeBron is that, you know, LeBron has the longevity and he's a better teammate. I'm not sure that people remember Jordan played 82 out of 82 games of his final seasons when he was 39 years old, and the technology was nowhere near what it is today to help aid players and rest players. I'm not taking away from anything that LeBron's done in his career. He's had probably 3 Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Fame careers in the span of his one career if you split it up into 3 different quadrants and segments. But I was very tired of hearing this Jordan slander, so that's why I'm here today making this video. But what do you guys think? Is LeBron James the GOAT? Is Michael Jordan the GOAT? Let me know in the comments below. As always, this channel is all about just spreading your guys' opinions. I'm not taking anything to heart. If you guys think LeBron's the GOAT, write me an essay why, and I would love to chat hoops with you guys. As always, I appreciate you for making it this far in the video. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.